Welcome in, everybody. I hope you are on the treadmill watching us, working off the 7 pounds that you added on Thanksgiving. Matt's clearly on his thing.
Definitely doing that, yeah.
This is the Men in Orange and Black, the podcast for the sane, S-A-N-E, Flyer fan.
Oh, yeah.
With me, as always, Mr. Matt Craig. I'm Steve Murray. Matt, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was definitely very wonderful. Added on a ton of pounds, but yeah, like you said, I'm working them off as best I can. A lot of walking upcoming. That's for darn sure. But yeah, it was a fantastic holiday. How about yours, man? Everything good?
Yeah, no, it was good. Good.
That's awesome.
Visited the parents, ate some food. Been pretty sluggish ever since.
Sounds about right.
I did get the Christmas decorations up. So
oh, there you go.
Important thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
do it this weekend.
Definitely putting the tree up. For me, very very shortly. So hopefully later tonight, before I go to bed.
Nice.
So yeah, yep,
nice,
all good.
All right. Well, it has been an interesting 2 weeks, to say the least.
Very
in Flyers land.
Yeah.
We're going to get into all those individual games in a moment. But first, Matt, they took 10 points out of a possible 12 in this last 2 week stretch.
Yeah.
Can't get much better than that, right?
You really cannot. No, it really kind of just begs the question, right? Is something cooking? Who's cooking the good food back there? Because the Flyers are playing very, very well right now. It's probably the best they've looked in a year and a half, I would argue, just from the seasonal perspective. I look back thinking of like, well, were the Torella teams, were they all that good? And they were. I mean, when they had Sean Walker on the team and they blitzed out and they did very, very well in the beginning part of the year. But then there was a very low dip period as we all followed last year. And now it's like, here they are, they're rebounding and they're winning games. They're hanging in there. They're making some mistakes. Yes and no.
Oh, it's a young team is going to happen.
But young teams do that. But yet they're finding ways to win. And so here we are, Steve, my God, they're third as of the time of this recording, third in the Metropolitan Division.
Ellen Ripley, believe it or not.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So here we are. Got 31 points on the season. Decent home record. Our away record is over 500 now. Fantastic.
That's
stuff.
fantastic. Great road trip. Yep.
Goals scored. We're up to 27th now. All right.
Yeah, we're getting there.
68. But our differential is now +1 because the goals allowed is 67, which is good for 6th in the league. So that's good news. However, on the negative side, there's going to be plenty of positives. So let's hit some negatives.
Yeah.
Keep things even keel.
Can't get
power play and penalty kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, power play and penalty kill have both dipped over 2% in the last 2 weeks. So your PP is down to 17.46. And the PK is down to 85.14. However, I will point out that is still good enough for, I believe, we placed 4th in the NHL.
In the NHL,
PK percentage.
Which I'll take. I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. 4th in the league? Yeah. Absolutely. Top 10 in something.
Oh, yeah.
Positive.
Oh, yeah.
For once. And then we're going to take a look because Thanksgiving is traditionally what is known as, hey, if you're in a playoff position by Thanksgiving, there's something like 70% chance you're going to be in the playoffs come April.
My goodness.
So this is a good time, I think, to look at the standings. And I was going to put up the wild card standings, and here we are, November 30th. The Flyers are actually third in the Metropolitan, as you pointed out. So I put them third there. They have the asterisk, and then the wild card is below that. So the Capitals currently sit in the first wild card spot, and the Penguins is just behind them. And then after that, you see some teams that are out of the playoffs, but tightly grouped.
Very.
You got the Islanders at 29 points. The Senators, Red Wings, and Rangers all at 28. The Blue Jackets at 27. The Panthers, surprisingly, although with their injuries, maybe not, at 25. The Maple Leafs also at 25. And not pictured here are your Buffalo Sabres, who actually I think are only like 24 points. So they're not far behind anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Mediocrity is the name of the game in the Eastern Conference, apparently, because it's all real tight. So that 70% might not be a very accurate statistic this year, just based on how everybody is grouped at the moment. But like you said, good news. We're in third in the Metro.
You take that.
Would you have thought that?
No. I would have thought that they would have been probably like around where the Penguins and Islanders were, maybe just kind of fighing for that second to last.
Hovering. Sure.
Hovering around there. But I mean, my goodness gracious, what they've done. We should also point this out. That Rangers record down there, of the 13 wins that they have, only 2 have happened at Madison Square Garden. 2. Wow. They have 2 wins in Madison Square Garden after.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So they have 11 on the road that they've won. And I guess if you're a Rangers fan, thank God. But we're not here talking about the Rangers. We're here talking about the Flyers and where they're at right now, where they're playing on the road, how they're playing at home, where there is a definite home ice advantage now, as we'll get into with a lot of these home games. We're getting to a point where it's starting to be a tough place to play if you're a visitor coming in there. It's not an easy 2 points. Yeah, right. Which is great. And, all signs positive right now, it's tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous for the team.
So let's get into what happened the last 2 weeks. We're going to start.
Let's do it.
With the St. Louis Blues coming in. The Flyers had beaten them 6-5 in a shootout just, I think, a week prior.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking another high-scoring affair. Unfortunately, things don't start off too well as Justin Falk registers 2 goals in the first period to put the Flyers down 2-0. But then slowly but surely the Flyers climb back. Rodrigo Abels gets a goal. Tyson Foerster ties the game. We go to overtime because that's just the Flyers' MO this season. We got to play extra time. Where Travis Sanheim gets an OT winner. On a 2-on-1 with Sean Couturier. It's like, screw this, I'm going home.
Oh, yeah.
Puts it past, I don't think it was Binnington.
It was Kyrou. Yeah.
Kyrou.
Or no, wait a minute.
Kyrou don't play goal.
He don't play goal. Let's see. Box score. Scrolling to the Blues, and it is Hofer. Hofer.
Hofer, right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Joel Hofer. Yeah.
Joel Hofer.
Yeah. So there you go.
Jokes write themselves. Anyway, so 3-2 overtime victory. They sweep the season series with the Blues. Thoughts on this game?
Slow start again, kind of referring back to what we had asked prior in the previous episode. Hey, who's going to provide the spark, and what happens in the first 2? In the first period.
Justin Falk provides the spark.
It's like, guys, come on, let's go. But here they go, slowly but surely. They shut down the Blues throughout the rest of the game, and they chip away, and they end up with the victory. Huge win, coming back once again. And I think it was like at the time people were starting to write the narrative, and it is an important one. The Flyers, here they come again, comeback kings. Maybe we're the cardiac Flyers. I don't know. But certainly that was a huge win coming back from a 2-0 deficit. Speaks more, I think, to St. Louis that they didn't close the deal. And they thought, maybe we've got this in the bag. Well, fought their way back, but that was huge.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did the game in St. Louis, they had a couple of 2-goal leads?
They
Flyers?
Did. Yeah,
so
a couple different times.
They shouldn't be. We had them right where they wanted, or right where we wanted them, at down 2-0.
Yeah, it was literally like they were up 3-1 and then 5-3.
Right, exactly.
And then we came back to beat the Blues. So yeah, sweep the season series on top of that as well. It was kind of an interesting series with the Blues, but yeah, coming back. Both times you played against them, multiple goal deficits, and we come out on top. It's huge. It's huge.
Good stuff. All right. Yeah. Well, so then that takes us into the first game against the Metro Division leading New Jersey Devils. And we were kind of like, oh, boy, maybe we can squeeze a point or 2 out of them somehow. Things don't start off right again as Timo Meier nets the first goal. However, Noah Cates, not long after that, with a nice goal to tie it. But then, this was great because I was in the car.
Yeah.
Came in. Well, I was in the car. It was nothing. I come out into the house, put my stuff away, sit down. It's 1-1. I'm like, what the hell happened? And then, bang, bang, bang. Michkov set up nicely by Couturier on a breakaway.
Yeah.
Scores. Then Tyson Foerster gets a one-timer.
Rocket of a shot, dude.
Rocket of a shot.
Yeah.
Then, after that, Foerster coming in once again, trying to go pass off the pad to TK, ends up going in on, it was Jake Allen.
It was Allen, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm confused because Markstrom played yesterday.
Yeah.
So it was Jake Allen. Jake Allen has no idea what the hell just happened to him. The Flyers scored 3 goals in a span of 26 seconds.
Yeah.
The fastest 3 goals in team history.
Not amazing? That's
Absolutely
crazy.
good stuff.
Yeah. Love it.
So the Flyers up 4-1 after 1.
Wow.
Things you think are getting better. Second period, Coots with some nice work on the wall hits Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink with a nice shot from distance beats Jake Allen. Flyers up 5-1. We're cruising for an easy night. No, we can't have nice things here.
No.
Nico Hischier decides to play the role of hero, scores 2 goals, gets it within 5-3. And then, thankfully, in the third period, Trevor Zegras gets his own breakaway and a little flip of the wrist.
Just a chip. I mean, it was like, I love it because I think, was it Boucher that said it was like he took out a sandwich and just slopped it up over the top of
Right.
Allen. It might have been Al Morgani that said it, but either way, that was one hell of a goal, too, because he goes forehand, backhand, forehand to get by or a reverse. And here he's just like, no, sandwich right over the top of you. I mean, what an amazing goal that was, and that iced it away for the Flyers. 6-3.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Devils are no joke, but, I mean, the fact that you blitz them with 3 goals within a commercial break, essentially, that was amazing to see, and that building was rocking. Or that's not the Wells Fargo. Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Center.
Arena.
Yeah.
Was rocking and rolling after that point. I mean, I would be too, for crying out loud, if I saw that.
Absolutely.
In 26 seconds.
I
Yeah.
mean, I laughed out loud on the third goal just because I'm like, this never happens.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah. It's like what's going on here? Yeah, it's awesome.
And against the Devils. Now, granted, no Jack Hughes, obviously, for the Bishop injury. I don't know if he would have made a difference on that because he's a center. It might have been a tighter game goal-wise, but
That's their
defensively, who
problem,
knows?
though. That's their problem, ultimately. I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
okay, they don't have him in the lineup, but, I mean, whose fault was it who was playing, the Bishop game? I mean, for crying out loud, what are you doing at a team dinner that you have to do something like that? So,
absolutely.
sorry,
Also
not
great to
sorry.
see- Yeah, also good to see Michkov get on the board with that breakaway goal. It's a nice 5-hole shot.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, now we're going to bring it down.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit because you're like, all right, we just beat the division leaders. We spanked them effectively. Going down to Tampa, going to have ourselves a loss.
Yeah.
Moving on, Florida.
Yeah.
This game, this literally was a 0. Nothing going on. This was like 1995 Devils Red Wings hockey.
Yeah.
Is what this was without riding on dudes' backs.
One thing
There was nothing going.
Yeah, one thing we know for certain, Nikita Kucherov is one hell of a great hockey player, assisting on all 3 Tampa Bay goals.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. But, yeah, it was – you're right. I mean, it was a tough watch. It's like, and Vasilevsky with the shutout. But then again, it's like Tampa's been on fire the last few weeks as well. So, I mean, auspicious start, but, yeah.
They have been, but this was a low event game, and this is probably by design by Tampa because they were missing Braden Point. They were missing Victor Hedman.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 other kind of name players. I mean, they had one line, basically. It was the Kucherov line.
Yeah.
They did all the damage, and that's that. But the shot totals for both teams were low. This was like... If this was your first game watching hockey, I am so sorry. That is not how it's like normally.
Yeah. What'd you think of Erson's performance in that?
I thought Erson played fine. I didn't think
pretty
he
well.
really had a. I don't think he had a shot on any of the goals, frankly.
Yeah.
So I mean, the stats look bad because there were very few shots from Tampa.
Yeah.
But I can't fault him for anything that was going on.
I was just going to say, you can't really fault him for that, in that regard, because, I mean, if the shot selection is fantastic, chances are that's going to go into the net. So for him, I think it was a good rebound performance in a way,
Yes.
in that regard. So it's kind of just like setting the stage a little bit. Now, he's still a little shaky, but I think it's, for his psyche, it's important to put together an effort like that in his memory bank to kind of go, okay, came out of there with a loss, but had 15 saves on 17 shots. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And you had one line that really dominated the entire game.
Yeah, and when you've got a 3-on-2 and Emil Andre goes sliding by you, and then Drysdale goes sliding by you, and you got a dude standing all by himself to just tip in a pass.
Yeah.
For,
what are you going to do, right?
I'm not blaming you. I mean, the only highlight from this game, frankly, was Delorier fighting that big, huge, gigantic monster that Tampa Bay has, and
knocked him out.
I think winning that fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100% he did. Yeah.
All right. So a rare blemish.
Yeah.
In this 2 weeks.
Because
next we roll into Florida to take on the Panthers.
Let's go.
Good start, first couple of minutes. They're kind of all over them. But then Florida just takes the lead. And it's like, guys, stop giving up the first goal.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they get down 2-0. Then Emil Andre floats one to the net, goes in. Then Emil Andre floats another one to the net that Matvei Michkov tips out of the air, ties it at 2. This was a good game to see the good and bad of Emil Andre. I was going to mention, he had a turnover in the first period that really kind of led to the tilting of the ice back in Florida's favor. After we had a couple of good shifts, he tries to go up the middle through 2 guys, loses it. They ended up with like a 1.5-minute shift in the zone. Then things just snowballed from there. Florida had all the pressure at that point. Then he does good, gets the shots. Then he takes a dumb penalty. So you get the good and bad
of everything. Yeah.
So Flyers, though, do have a strong third period, territorially heavy advantage. And I was like, why is the shot total not going up? Because I feel like apparently they weren't having a bunch of shots, even though Bobrovsky was flopping all over the place. Guys, the shots just weren't getting through, but the territorial advantage was clear. And then finally, with under a minute left, Tyson Foerster breaks through with a heck of a shot.
Steve, how often have we watched Flyers games in the past, right? You and I, where there's a goal by the opposition in this situation with less than 2 minutes to go, and you're like, are you kidding me right now? We got to fight like hell. We're the ones, damn it, that did it to the floor. And to of all people, the Stanley Cup champion, the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion, and for Tyson Foerster to basically destroy Aaron Ekblad's ankle on a shot, but then gets the rebound back and he right past Bobrovsky. No chance for Bob to make the save on that.
And then, if you think, well, here comes Florida now with the 6-man push. No, Tocchet goes 3 centers on a line with Coots, Cates, and Dvorak.
Dvorak together.
Yeah, puts them together. They pin Tampa in their end, and Coots ends up getting another goal to make it 4-2 in just under 20-some seconds there.
I'd like to thank the secondary assist from Brad Marchand, who just threw it up the center of the ice. Thanks a lot, Brad. Really appreciate that. That was awesome. We'll take it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
absolutely. So the Flyers with a great 4-2 victory in Sunrise, Florida, over the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champs.
Beat them 2-1 in the season series as well. So once again, Steve, we play those Stanley Cup champions hard again and well. Yeah, great stuff.
And this game, as we'll discuss in the second period, triggered Montreal fans getting irked at me. But we'll save
Spoilers.
that. That's juicy.
Yeah, that's juicy.
Okay, so then Thanksgiving happens. Much turkey was eaten. And then the Black Friday game, which I heard Jim Jackson say this is the first time in 20 years it has not been in Philadelphia.
How about
Instead,
that?
we're on that crap hole Long Island. Where? Well, first goal of the game is not by the opposition for the first time in something like 8 or 9 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyson Foerster gets us on the board, stripping a New York Islander of the puck and firing one home.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And then, let's do it for living in Bizarro World. Sean Couturier Seconds later, pots his second on a nice assist from Tony D'Angelo in the Islander zone.
Boy, doesn't
Makes
that
it-
sound familiar?
Right?
Right?
Makes it 2-0. Good
Oh, my
guys.
gosh. Yeah, I love
Through
it.
the first period. So great start. Looks even better. Flyers carry a power play over into the second period. Trevor Zegers trying to center to Matvei Michkov, bounces off a defender's skate. We are up cruising 3-0. But like I said, we can't have nice things here in Philadelphia.
No.
Truly one of the more bizarre goals you will ever see. And I have the note on the outline, Islanders cheating. Apparently they had 6 guys on the ice. I've had some difficulty trying to figure out where that came from.
Well,
So Kyle Palmieri chases Jamie Drysdale in behind our net. The two collide. Palmieri goes down awkwardly. As it turns out, he
ACL.
tore his ACL on that play. Will be out 6 to 8 months. So bad news for the Islanders. So he stays down. Puck exits the zone. Play goes on. Play comes back to the neutral zone. Emil Andre gets the puck, drifts back into the Flyers' end for a regroup. Palmieri is slowly trying to make his way back to the bench, lifts Andre's stick, steals the puck, feeds it across to, I think it was Jonathan Drouin, who centered to Heineman, who ends up getting the first goal of the game for the Islanders to make it 3-1.
Yeah.
And as all this is, Palmieri is going off the ice, having made the play. So that was weird.
Yeah, very.
And then Islanders, apparently budding superstar defenseman Matthew Schaefer blasts one by Eriksson, makes it 3-2.
Don't be surprised if
Islanders.
Don't be surprised if he's Calder Trophy winner.
Absolutely.
I mean, the way he's playing right now, he looks very good. Very good.
He looks very good, and not just offensively, defensively.
He's doing very well.
Amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely. So the Islanders are not sending him to the World Juniors. That's for sure.
No, of course not. No.
So, but then the Islanders then tie the game on punchable Anders Lee deflection goal off it's double deflection from Max Shabby Self. So tie game, right? Like, guys, can't you play with a lead?
Right? Yeah.
Like, we're either giving up the first goal and having to fight from behind, or we get a nice big lead and
doesn't work out. Yeah.
But Eriksson stays strong, weathers Islander storm. We get to the shootout. Trevor Zegers, of course, is automatic, so that's an automatic one. Sam Eriksson stops 2 of 3. TK ices it with a goal in the shootout. Flyers win 4-3 over the Islanders again.
We should make mention, too, of this. Matvei Michkov with a double minor for the high sticking call late in the third period. So you have a 4-minute power play for the Islanders, and they did not allow a goal. That Flyers PK unit, we talked about them being tops, in the league, one of the top 5. That was a huge test. Tied 3-3 in Nassau, and or the old Nassau Coliseum. It's not that anymore.
RBS,
RBS Arena, whatever it's called.
UBS, something.
Fill in the blank arena, right?
All BS. Right.
You've got a 4-minute power play. You're thinking you're expecting the Islanders to score here, and it's going to be a loss. It did not happen that way, and you end up at the end of the game with a shootout victory. That's huge. We can't overlook that, because that was a 13-20 elapsed time, basically, in the third period. So that was a key moment in the game, and you're basically sitting there shorthanded for 4 minutes. That's got to be the longest 4 minutes for Matvei Michkov's life.
Sure.
And yet, they come out of there with a 4-3 victory, the Flyers do. So that's a huge, huge, huge win, I think, in that regard. So
absolutely. And then they take that and they get off the bugaboo.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games have not been their strong suit, but they go into New Jersey. They get a good start. Owen Tippett from Christian Dvorak gets his 100th goal of his career.
What a pretty move that was, too.
Yes,
great feed by Dvorak, forehand, backhand, into the net, no chance for Markstrom. Great goal. Great goal.
Then, after the Devils tie it back up, second period we go, Matvei Michkov comes out of the penalty box having served a minor 2-on-1 with Travis Konechny. Konechny with the feed to Michkov, who does full Brad Marchand into the goal.
Because why the hell not? I mean, right? I mean,
right. Yeah. Well, he was pushed. I mean,
he was.
Let's be fair. Yeah. So good goal by Michkov. And then we think Travis Konechny gets off the schneid. Cam York makes a nice move at the blue line, dishes a pass one time by TK. It must have turned out to have been deflected by Michkov because he gets his second goal of the game, makes it 3-1 Flyers. Then Trevor Zegras with Owen Tippett on quite a rush after Jesper Bratt dings a post behind Dan Vladar.
Yeah. What a sequence
Zegras
that was.
with a nice one-timer. 4-1 Flyers.
How fast is Owen Tippett, Steve? My God. Because that was...
I want to say... I thought I've heard his like top speed in a game was like 26 miles an hour.
That sounds about right.
But he was blowing by the Devils last night. Fantastic.
If
Owen Tippett would just play like this.
That's the thing. The thing. I think pairing him with Zegras has been huge, and you also add in I think they had Dvorak on the line as well.
Dvorak's on that line, yeah.
I think that is doing wonders for Tippett, having him essentially paired with Zegras, and then you got your steady defensive forward with Dvorak. It's allowed the freedom for him to go north-south very, very quickly. And you saw that even though there was that was a turnover. I remember I was looking down like this.
Yes.
I'm thinking just make the save, please, Vladar. Rings off the pipe, and it's like, oh, and here comes Tippett down the other way, and he's blowing by everybody. It's like, I didn't realize just how fast. Yeah, I didn't realize just how fast he is. It's amazing, his speed.
He was definitely showing it off last night.
No doubt.
Unfortunately, the team's up 3 goals. You know what's going to happen. So
Can't have nice things. That
can't have nice things. New Jersey claws their way right back into it, makes it 4-3.
Yeah.
Things getting dicey. The Devils pull the goalie in the third period, but Owen Tippett scores a goal by not scoring a goal.
What'd you think of that, by the way? What'd you think of that?
That's the rule.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was, to be perfectly honest.
Rule.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Tippett blocks a shot up at the point, is free, it gets tripped from behind by one of the Devils players with an empty net. If you are on a breakaway and a penalty is taken against you, that is an automatic award of goal because you would have scored. That's clear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different when there's a goalie in. That's why they award a penalty shot. But if there's no goalie, unless you're doing a Patrick Stefan, you're going to put the puck in.
Right.
So Tippett is awarded his second goal of the game. Dan Vladar was outstanding in spite of allowing 3 goals.
The 2-on-1 that he had in the second period.
Yes.
I
think it was Heeshear and Dawson Mercer.
Yeah. I mean, that if that save isn't made, tie hockey game. I mean, that just goes to show you just how steady and consistent he has been, and what a difference, my goodness, in the goalie quality, I would say, the goaltender quality this year, thanks to him. So, yeah.
For sure.
Big win. First home loss for the Devils this year. If they had won.
True. Regulation loss. That's right.
Yeah. If they had won, they would have set a record in their history as being like the longest without a regulation loss. So we prevented that from taking place. You're welcome, NHL.
And to top it all off, it was Rick Tockett's 300th NHL win as a head coach. So
I mean, all good things around. What is it, like 200 points for Tippett as well? Well, 201 obviously with a goal, but 100 goals at the time, 200 points, and then you had the 300th career win for Tocchet. It was tremendous. Great stuff.
Good stuff. So 10 out of 12 winning.
Love it.
Period. Le second. And we're doing studs and dudes.
Those who did good, those that did not do good, we're here to talk about it, right, bud?
Absolutely. I'm going to let you go first because yours is kind of an obvious one. He has been all season. I think he's already had the award at least once or twice, but you're going to give it to him again, so go for it.
Because there's nothing else that really, if this guy wasn't on the team, I think we would still be struggling, despite the talent that we have offensively. Dan Vladar gets my stud. I don't have the actual stats, trying to pull it up here real quick as I'm talking, but he has just been an amazing goaltender. I think you would agree with that.
Absolutely.
For the entire year. Just as steady. They're saying he's 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". I don't know what. Oh God, I don't know what that is. Yeah, just hit me now. But no, he has just been the difference between what we had versus what we now have. He has 10 wins already on the season.
Well, more importantly than that, I mean, his save percentage
9-12
is
yeah,
which is like top 10
yeah,
in the league.
yeah, and it's the reason why we're third as of the time of this recording in the Metro. I mean, he is the reason why we're there. He has really just taken the bull by the horns. He wanted to be here in July. I've never forgotten that. It's like when a goaltender says, "I want to be here," and he backs up that with his play. Can't get any better. Just for I'll just pull him up here real quick if I can. But yeah, 10 wins, 2.43 goals against, and a 912 save percentage on the season. They have what's known as the NHL Edge stats, which is kind of like the next gen stats, I guess you could call it. The high danger save percentage, which I'm guessing is kind of like close in. You got to make the save.
How would you like to be the guy who has to calculate all that? Like, all right, that's a high with my protractor. That is a high.
That's a high
percent,
right? At 874. So I mean, that is like it's got to be like up there. He's got 374 total saves already on the season. So kudos to Dan Vladar. Great stuff. He gets my stud.
So let's play this out. I mean, obviously we've only got a quarter of a season with him. Anything can happen.
Oh yeah.
You know, if the goaltenders were to finish the way they are, and Ersson's been playing better. I mean, to me, next season Vladar is under contract.
You sign him again?
Well, I mean, the question is, if he continues to play this way, solidifies himself as a starter, are you bringing along, say, Kolosov or Carson Bjarnason as the backup next year?
And you say goodbye to Ersson? Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
I mean, certainly I think what Vladar has done is definitely established a number one goaltender now. Through his entire play. Now, it would be curious to see, like, I think he would be on pace for 30 wins. I don't know if he probably would get that. Because you're thinking, like, maybe the Flyers would probably get 35, maybe 39 wins, something along those, maybe touch 40. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think they can get there. We'll see. Well, if they get 40, he's not going to have all of them.
He's not going to, no.
Yeah.
But if he's, if he touches 30, right? I mean, you have Sam probably coming up with another. He has 4 right now. Sam Ersson has 4. I could see, depending on how the schedule breaks down.
Three of Sam's 4 wins are by shootout, by the way.
Yeah, that's what has me a little bit worried in that regard. Yeah.
So there was I forget who I was listening to. They were floating the idea of like, maybe you have like a bullpen and Sam Ersson comes in as the shootout guy. well, Vladar was pretty damn good at his shootout attempt, but I've seen it before. I think it was the Atlanta Thrashers put in a goalie just for the shootout, and it didn't work out. So you can't base keeping a guy on your roster just as a shootout.
Now, so here's the question I have for you. In his last 5, and I'm going to exclude Dallas because Dallas Stars are just an amazing team. Here's his save percentages from Vladar for the last 4. So it's just St. Louis, New Jersey at home, and then at Florida and at the Devils. Save percentages 931, 914, 926, 906. I mean, you're going to win a lot
doing it.
Yeah, and of course all 4 wins. So that goes to show you, just so you know, anything that you're at a 9, even if you're at a 906 save percentage, you got a great chance at winning, and especially 931 against St. Louis and a 926 against a Stanley Cup champion. Now, granted, okay, Florida's hurt, get that. St. Louis, not all that good, but you beat the Devils twice in a week. I mean, that just says an awful lot. And if we have Harrison in that game, we don't win that game. I don't think we win that game at all. Not with the saves that he's been making. So, yeah, I could go on and on. Vladar, my man.
But we have other studs to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Namely mine. I am going with Tyson Foerster,
Yeah.
who over this 6-game span scored 5 goals, including the one that tied the game in St. Louis. He had 2 in quick succession against New Jersey. He had the game winner against Florida, and he started the goal scoring against the Islanders.
Yeah.
He's had slow starts the last couple years. I think that is in the rearview mirror. He's up to 9 goals at this point now?
9 goals, tied for the team lead.
In the first 25 games. The first 25 games last year, I would venture to say he had 2 or 3 at this point last season.
Steve, he's a +7 this year.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
That's fantastic. And he was injured for 4 games or whatever it was.
Yes.
With the foot injury from blocking a shot. So he's missed some time, and he's still leading the team in goals. So that's good news. He plays with a heavy stick, which you love to see, and he defends well.
23% shooting percentage when he takes the shot. So I mean, you can't ask for anything better.
That's the thing you don't like when he takes the shot. It's like, take more shots.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, if you have a shooting percentage of 23, I would want you to shoot more, and he's doing that. So I mean, can't ask for anything better than that. I agree. Yeah. Well, for his career, 57 goals, 95 points, at 186 games. That's I guess that's half point per game. So far for his early career, but he is now an even.
But he's the last couple seasons he would start real slow,
very slowly.
He would kind of get hotter. Towards the end of the season, he got hot at the end of last season, and now hopefully it looks like he's carried that through to the start of this one.
30 goal, do you think, out of him?
It's possible. If he can avoid a prolonged slump, I think he could absolutely get there.
Yeah, I think that's the key, right? I mean, you have to make sure that he doesn't have the slow start that started the last few years happen like in the middle part of the season. Exactly. You want to have that continually, not score every game, but you're at least in that conversation where you're putting in a goal or 2 in 5 games or something like that. So you're staying hot, things along those lines. So yeah. Love the kid.
All right. Moving on to your dud. You're pulling a me now, and you're not going with an individual player to single out.
Yeah, this is really hard, Steve, because they've been playing great. I mean, when you get 10 out of 12 points, you're playing really, really good. But there is something that has been dipping a little bit, and that is their power play. I praised them last episode. They right now, NHL.com has them 19th in the league, 17.5%, as you mentioned before. They've been hovering around 18, 17. This was a little bit of a dippage. The last 5 games haven't really scored a whole heck of a lot in the power play. I would argue they haven't had that much in the way of chances on the power play, but at the same time...
That's also true.
Yeah, I think that's a factor. But the way they looked against the Devils, watch the game start to finish, I thought the first period they put a couple of good shots on net. They had a couple of decent opportunities. So it's not like it's like, oh my God, this power play is terrible again. It's a little bit of a dip, but I think it's just a little bit of a cold spell right now where it's like the chances are there. They just got to convert them. And I think they will down the road. It's just a little frustrating where it's like, you know that you're putting shots on net and you're getting guys in motion. That's what I love about the power play so far. It's that the constant moving. The entries now are much better. Have you noticed that? The entries are getting, they're coming in and they're established and they're in the offensive zone and they've got the guys run around on defense. The foundation is definitely there. It's just the consistency that you need to build.
I'd like to see them win a few more face-offs to start power plays because I still think they're losing the draw and they're having to come in right away instead of kind of start in the zone.
Exactly.
But you're right. Up until Zegras scored the power play goal against New York, they didn't have any power play goals in the previous 4 games. I don't know how far back that drought went.
Yeah, I think they were 0 for 12 or something like that. I thought I heard Bush say that they were 0 for 12. Yeah.
But at the same time, they're only getting like 1 or 2 power plays a game, I feel like. They're not.
And that Devils game last night was a little chippy. I mean, to be perfectly honest.
It was.
And the fact that they weren't getting the calls, it seemed like. But, I mean, we also gifted them with a couple of obvious penalties that you just don't do. Yeah, that kind of deal. You don't play to that line or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my dud, and you were almost like insulted by this when we were
I was shocked
discussing it pre-production.
because I know you loved him. You love him. I mean, he's a great good
and that's
player.
why I'm upset. Garnet Hathaway, like, where have you been, bro? I mean, he doesn't have any points.
Yeah.
Overall, the fourth line just has not been. The fourth line on this team has been decent the last couple of years. They chip in a goal here and there, but they also provide a spark. And I feel like the fourth line this year has not given them that.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason. And Hathaway just has not looked the same player to me where he's shoving some guys after whistles, but I feel like the between the whistle play, he's not getting any great hits. He's not making any good forecheck. It just hasn't been the same. And I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. But he has not been up to the standard that he has played the last couple of seasons that he's been here.
He is no points, -9 on the year so far. Which is
getting it done.
Yeah, 21 penalty minutes. But he really has not. He's only taken 9 shots.
Well,
on the year so
far. It's not about
but it's not on the shots,
points,
yeah.
Because he's on the fourth line. That's not. It's great when they chip in, but it's more to get energy. You're giving guys a rest. You need to bring the energy to kind of get the game into the flow, and that might be contributing to the slow starts. Right, you don't have the fourth line going out every 4 shifts and giving you energy and making some plays happen down in the other team's zone. It's just, I feel like the fourth line just hasn't. And to me, it's Hathaway. Delorier comes in, fights guys.
Yep.
That's his job. Gurbenkin's a young guy.
Which I think if you're Gurbenkin, you want to play alongside of Hathaway to kind of learn the ropes a little bit.
Sure.
In that regard.
Abel's at center. Like, okay, he's
fine. Yeah.
It's really Hathaway who's the guy who brings the energy every night, and I just haven't seen that from him.
And to compare, last year, 67 games for Hathaway, 10 goals, 21 points, and he was a +5 on a team that really was not very good, as we covered last year. So, you just wonder if it's more if he's not getting the coaching or something. I don't know. I don't think
it could be a system thing. I don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'd like to see him get better too. I think because if you get him up to I would even take him at 10 points and I'd be perfectly fine with him getting 4 and 6, 4 goals, 6 assists, contributing factor, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But you have to also too, top 3 lines are pretty talented right now. I would argue
they've got talent, but
yeah, you're talking about
fourth line
setting the standard, right? Getting in there, bucking and grinding, whatever, getting the puck back to the point,
you get the fans
shots,
into it,
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
You get the energy level up on the bench because they see you, the fourth line going out. It's like, all right, I got to keep that going.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas if they come off where they've just been hemmed in for a minute, now it's like, oh, I got to try to turn the tide, and now you're fighting it instead of kind of going with the energy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep.
So he's my dud. All right, but we did have a couple of other things of interest happen in the last couple of weeks since our last episode. Probably the most important, people were bitching about sending Jet Luchenko back to the Guelph Storm for another year of juniors because, Guelph sucks and he's not going to, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
Well, that's all changed because Jet Luchenko has been traded in the OHL, not from the Flyers, to the Brantford Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Who are apparently something of a juggernaut. I don't follow junior hockey to know, but at the time of the trade, I think they had not lost in regulation or something along those lines. Where he'll also be playing with Jake O'Brien, who was a top 6 pick last year.
I believe so. Yep.
So he's going to be playing with some talent now in Brantford.
Finally.
And that's finally. So I think the upsettedness of sending him back to juniors for one more year because we couldn't send him to the Phantoms because of stupid Canadian junior rules.
It's bizarre world, dude. What more do you want?
It's stupid. But I think the issues are now off the table because he's going to be playing on a decent team.
I love it. Yeah, I love it right now. And I think for him in his career, that's going to be a huge step to go from the bottom of the basement all of a sudden you're at the penthouse. And that's only going to be helping him in his career, I think, when you get surrounded by good players. He doesn't have to shoulder the burden anymore. That's huge.
Right.
That's massive.
Right.
And I think that's
it's a lot easier to get assists when you're playing with guys who can finish.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to being a guy on a team with a bunch of guys who aren't really known for finishing.
Yeah, just FYI, I just looked it up here. EliteProspects.com. Last 5 games for Jet Luchenko, he has 8 assists. So all of a sudden, there you go. Yeah, doing very well there.
That's a foreshadow, by the way.
Foreshadowing.
You'll see in a second.
Yeah.
But the other interesting piece of news to come down was, although they haven't, I would say, publicly said it, Vancouver Canucks seem to be open for business on some players. And so the obvious name that gets linked is defenseman Quinn Hughes, captain of the team, who apparently loves Rick Tocchet, has a year and a half left on his deal.
Okay.
So he is a prime candidate, unlike, say, Elias Pettersson in his multi-year contract to get moved. So the question floating around here, these Philly parts, is, so what would you be willing to give up to acquire Quinn Hughes?
26 years old. Current season right now, he's 2 goals, 20 assists. He's -5. 11 power play
look
points.
Look at last year.
Yeah, last year was phenomenal. 16 goals.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. His point total from 2 years ago.
Yeah, 92 points. Yeah.
For a defenseman.
Yeah. So, okay, so you got to be thinking top 10. Obviously, he's one of the top things. 5'10", 180. It's going to be interesting. I don't know who you would trade for him. And where would you slot him? Because I think he's obviously,
he'd be your top defenseman.
He'd be your top defenseman. So that'd be probably Sanheim
Absolutely.
Hughes would be your pairing. You probably move York down to pair 2. But that would
assuming none of those guys get shipped out in the trade to acquire.
Correct. Yeah, you have long-term deals in place already with Sanheim. You have long-term already with York. So the question is, Drysdale would be a name. Sealer would be a name. Emil Andre would be a name.
They're not getting you Quinn Hughes.
They're not getting Quinn Hughes with those 3 guys. No.
I mean, to me, Michkov is off the table.
Correct.
For obvious
reasons.
A name that was floated around by some, which I absolutely disagree with, is Porter Martone.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
To me, he's got to be off the table.
No.
Dude's tearing it up in NCAA as a freshman.
Yeah. Martone's
he's going to be a top line winger here.
Yeah.
You can't trade him.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, so if you're going to get him, you have to pay a price for him.
The rumor is Foerster is also considered an untouchable by the organization.
I would agree.
Is he untouchable? Is he untouchable to you?
Yes. Yeah, he's off the table.
Is.
Yeah, Foerster. Okay. Yeah, you build around that guy. Absolutely, and the way he's playing right now, no, you don't. I don't think you would throw that in there. But I mean, I understand. Like, if you're going to make this move, if you're going to try and get Hughes on the team, he would be a bargaining chip, no question about it. But I think Foerster is a little younger than Hughes as well. So I think Hughes is 26, right? Yes. And Foerster is like 23, 24.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know who you would part with. Zegras?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Zegras?
I don't think you can do that.
Because I think you would have to, the way he's playing, you'd have to re-sign him.
I would think so, too.
I would think so.
He's 20. He's what, 23, 24?
4, yeah. And what he's shown you, you want to sign him at the end of this season. $7-8 million
I prefer to sign him sooner.
Before like right before the Olympic break, that kind of a deal. Yeah,
before he gets way too much leverage.
Yeah,
in the deal.
Konechny has a no movement clause, right. So that's out.
You're not moving Couturier. Nobody. They're not going to want Couturier.
You're not moving Tippett. Tippett, I think, has a no movement clause either.
I don't know about that.
I'll look it up here.
But is Tippett alone? I mean, you're going to have
I don't
to
think
move
that's going to
multiple
move the needle.
pieces.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to give up something you're not happy about. So I don't see the path at the moment. You give up. Well, you're going to have to clear space defensively. So maybe you're willing to give up York,
who you just signed to a 5-year deal, though.
Yeah, but if you're getting here's the thing about Quinn Hughes, right? If you're going to give up the kind of capital it's going to take to acquire him, you better have a damn good guarantee he's going to sign here long term, because the rumor with him is he wants to play with his brothers either in Jersey or somewhere else. So at the end of his current deal, he could end up walking and you lose him for good. So are you going to give up York and other prime assets for a guy who's going to leave you in a year and a half? That I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Travis,
would I be willing to give up York if you have guarantee of Hughes staying? Yeah, I would do that.
York, you could move. Travis Sanheim, you could not.
I could York in exchange for Hughes. Yes, I would agree with it.
Yeah. Sealer has a no trade clause, but it's only for this year. The next 2 years, he's
Sealer's not.
You're not going to get
Sealer,
right?
No.
Tippett has a modified no team, or he has a 10-team no trade list after this season. So he has 1 year where you can't move him anywhere, but after
now is the time to strike.
And Tippett's 26.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So he's the same age as Hughes.
And Tippett and York in a first-round pick, and
I think that's
some
too
other
high.
stuff.
I don't think that's too
high.
Well,
I don't think Vancouver would take that.
No. I think
I think they would say that's too low.
I think if the deal is going to be made, if you want to get Quinn Hughes, you have to give up Zegras, and I don't see the Flyers doing that. I don't see the Flyers going, you know what, for a 24-year-old winger center, you're not, like, the price is too high on that side of the aisle. You would have to throw, like, Vancouver had to throw something else in.
But I don't
think they're going to do that
either.
either.
Not equal Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been praising Zegras, but like yesterday, he had a horrific turnover that led to a goal. Okay, where he had the puck and he brought it back into our zone and got checked on the wall.
Should have got to go north-south.
Zegras is not comparable to Quinn Hughes.
Yeah,
Zegras for Quinn Hughes is still lopsided in favor of Vancouver, or is lopsided. Vancouver would never do it.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a package that doesn't include somebody like Martone that
which I would not do it.
Now I say that's too high. So I guess we're stuck.
I guess we are.
Sign him in 2 years.
Because I think what was really kind of it's Foerster, really. Like if you're Vancouver, you would eye a Tyson Foerster. I would think if you're going to part with Hughes, you're looking at a 23-year-old young winger who is now starting to find that he can score more often and have a good look-see. It would be very interesting to see what they would do in that regard. And Drysdale, 1 year, and then he's a restricted free agent. Zamula, they're not going to trade for. Audrey, they're not going to trade for. But Drysdale is 1 year, $2.3 million.
Drysdale's not going either.
And I don't think they would give up on him that quickly. No. Yeah.
I don't think Vancouver wants that back.
Yeah.
They're giving up a bona fide number one defenseman. You're not taking back a guy who is still finding his way on a second pair.
See, that's the thing. The closest would have to be York if you're going to move a defenseman. Because you're not moving Sam.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough for Vancouver.
And I would agree with you. Yeah. You would have to throw in some sort of one of the picks. You know, maybe it's not Martone, but it could be Amico. It could be Lachenko.
Well, I mean, another problem there is, because I was thinking, well, Jack Nesbitt, right? But our center depth is so bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you could trade a center.
I don't think you could trade a center either.
I don't think you could trade any of the centers.
Yeah. It'd be interesting, though, right? I mean, it'd be interesting to see what they do if you're sniffing around there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he is one hell of a talent. He would be an amazing ad. It'd be along the lines, I guess you could say, of a Desjardins coming in here. Back in the day in '95, that kind of deal.
Oh, I think he could be even better than that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was just saying, like
putting up
90. Yeah, putting up that.
No,
kind of
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, have that kind of.
I don't think Yeah, I don't think we have what Vancouver would be looking for.
Yeah, I would
so.
agree. Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint, but we are sane Flyer fans. we are realistic.
That's right.
This isn't NHL 2025. We're gonna be like, all right, Delorier and Zamula for Quinn Hughes.
For Quinn Hughes. Done. Not
Salary
quite.
cap be damned.
Yeah. Right? Exactly.
All right, now to the last little
So
bit
what's
here.
this beef you have with Montreal, man?
Okay.
What's going on there?
I don't. It's them. The Montreal Canadian fan base is so hypersensitive
Yeah.
and so butthurt trying to justify them passing over Michkov in the draft
Oh,
several years ago.
yeah.
That now any criticism of, say, Ivan Demidov on their team is viewed as a slight, and they have to retaliate. Okay, so I was on Twitter after the Florida game.
Okay.
Kevin Kurz puts out a stat, shows Matvei Michkov this season, 6 goals. Ivan Demidov, 4. And that was a bit of a shock to me because if you listen to Canadian media, Ivan Demidov is like the second coming of Guy Lafleur. and
Is that TSN? Is that TSN? That's broadcasting?
TSN, yes.
Yeah, that's what
yes.
I figured. Yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, when we watched the game against Montreal, the plays he made, he damn well looked like a pretty good star.
Oh, yeah.
But my remark back to Kevin Kurz was that's kind of interesting because Demidov only really popped to me on the power play or on the 3-on-3 overtime. 5-on-5, I felt like I wasn't noticing him a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Kurz actually replied to me and said, well, he was better than Michkov in that game. And I went back and I was like, absolutely agree. He was much better than Michkov in that game. Agree with you. But like I said, 5-on-5, I wasn't really seeing it. So the fact that Michkov has 6 goals and Demidov only has 4 was an eye-opener to me. And the reason it's an eye-opener is because as bad as Michkov has been this season, and he hasn't been terrible, but he's not been up to the level we saw last season.
But you could see that he's working through Tocchet's system and all. Yeah.
As poor a start to this season as he has more goals than a guy who everyone is raving about north of the border. So I start to get responses in Twitter from obvious Montreal fans calling Michkov a fat slob, complaining. Well, he's like, oh, so a guy who Demidov only has 4 goals, but he's not a goal scorer. He's got way more assists. He's got 22 points more than, and that's an eye opener to you. And I'm like, well, Demidov plays with guys like, I don't know, Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, guys who are pretty damn good at putting the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I think I could get 2 or 3 assists if I was passing to those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you switch Michkov with Demidov, I'll bet Michkov would have more assists because the guys Michkov plays with aren't exactly snipers.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but now I didn't respond because I'm like, I'm just going to do this on the podcast because
that's great.
Because I'm not getting into this back and forth with you.
If only you should have done on the Men in Orange and Black, Twitter handle. That would
I know
awesome.
I should have done it that way.
Exactly.
But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And then the other excuse I was getting, he's a 19-year-old playing for the first. I'm like, yeah, Michkov is 20.
Yeah.
Okay, they're both young. Let's pump the brakes.
Yeah, Demidov. By the way,
we're all hoping these guys blossom into something. And Demidov certainly looks like he's got some skills.
26 games in his career, by the way. So let's
Demidov.
Yeah, Demidov. Yeah,
exactly.
Last year. Let's pump the brakes on that Montreal.
My whole point is Michkov has had what we all think is a subpar beginning to the season, and yet he had more goals than the guy who everybody is slobbering over in Montreal. That's just
it right now. Yeah,
it's just interesting.
Sometimes,
and I have a podcast, and you don't, so suck it.
Michkov, just so we close the door on this, 8 goals, 6 assists. 8 goals right now in 24 games, 14 points. For his career, 34, 43, 77. Now, the only downside to Michkov right now is he's minus 20. He'll turn that around, I guarantee you, after 100 games. Yeah, I would think so.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So let's just enjoy your team. We don't have to be bashing.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, do you like getting 2 things at once?
Why the hell not, Steve? Absolutely.
in this economy?
Well, it is Black Friday.
Oh, yeah. Well, how about this? How about Dubby's Sweet and Sour Blue Raz Jitterless Energy Blend? It's sweet and sour at the exact same time. How did they pull this one off? It's probably better. We don't know. But your taste buds will dance with this Blue Raz that hits both the sweet spot and the sour spot on your tongue. If you visit Dubby at their website, dubby.gg, or download the app to your phone, you use our promo code. That's men in orange and black. Remember the ampersand. You can get $4 off this $40 tub or others in Dubby's inventory. Check it out. I'm just going to preempt one other thing here, because I said, I have a podcast and you don't. And they're going to say, well, you only have X number of followers and X number of views, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's still more than you, first. And second, we're building. It's like Michkov and Demidov.
Yeah.
We're
brick
we're
by
in
brick,
infancy.
baby.
We are building.
Brick by brick. That's right.
Brick by brick.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
way,
right.
Way to milk the team's thing there, Matt.
Hey, you gotta do something like that, right? We'll just
All
borrow
right,
that
well,
marketing campaign.
Yeah, so we're going to get into the next 2 weeks of Flyers games here, all of which are at home. So be prepared, enjoy it, because the Flyers are never coming home again after this.
Yeah. Because we did look ahead, and I mentioned this prior to this going on to Steve. After this homestand that you're seeing on screen, the Flyers only have one home game from December 14th all the way straight through to January 4th. One home game, everything else on the road, which is insane. But that's what
like
happens.
A youth hockey schedule, man.
Yeah.
We're going to block a whole bunch of home games real early. And
Right.
then we'll just play road games.
And we'll just play road games the rest of the way. So, yeah, presenting the longest homestand right now for us, Steve. You want to take that away?
All
Go ahead
right.
and do
Yes,
that.
we start on Monday, which already happened for you folks because this drops on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, who just got spanked by the Toronto Maple Leafs 7-2.
How do you let that happen? Because the Maple Leafs have a down year and you give up 7.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Well, this was a surprising statistic because it's been a little bit since we played Pittsburgh. They are actually 6th in the league as of this recording in goals against, which blows my mind. Because, with that defense, it's Kyle Dubas. Kyle Dubas teams are never good defensively.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa, that's eye-opening.
It's amazing.
Sidney Crosby continued to defying age. 16 goals on the season, 27 points. What the hell? But he's -2.
Yeah,
so,
he's -2. So
take
damn
that.
you. Yeah, exactly. But one wonders if he's going to, cheat and score his goal like he did the last time he was in Philadelphia, right? Off-sealer, off the ceiling, off a post, off a skate, off a stick, into the net. Give me a break.
Yeah, and he should have been suspended 10 games after last time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
whatever.
Minor
We knew
point.
that wasn't going to happen.
Minor point. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, and then we get our first look at your Buffalo Sabres. I don't know why I
Yeah.
keep saying your Buffalo Sabres. But, they've actually been playing a little bit better recently.
Yeah, but they still stink, Steve. Come on.
Yes, but they're 10-11-4. They stopped Minnesota's. I think it was a 7-game win streak.
Yeah.
Minnesota's been on fire. They beat them 3-2 in a shootout the other day. Buffalo is 25th in goals against, which means we'll probably score 1.
Yeah, makes sense. They're a much better home team than they are on the road. Unfortunately, they're on the road in this one. Time of this recording, 2-6-2 on the road. Home record, much different, 8-5-2. So they're much better.
Good thing we're playing them at Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yeah, exactly.
Or XMA.
Yeah. I forget what their home arena is, but I remember back in the day it was called the Auditorium or whatever it was called. It was some dump.
Buffalo's?
Yeah, I think it was called the Aud, if I remember right. So maybe our throwback fans will know.
Well, Terry Pagula likes to throw tons of money to the Penn State's Division I hockey program. But apparently,
that's right. It's the
Buffalo is
Pagula
like,
Arena up there. Yeah, what the hell,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly.
They are led, by the way, in scoring by Alex Tuck with 22 points and is even on the season. So he's
decent player.
not bad.
Yeah, decent player. Mm-hmm.
Tage Thompson, 12 goals on the team. You would expect him to be up among their top scorers. He is -8, though. And Alex Lyon, who was a free agent signing for them, has done the bulk of the starts for them. He is a mere 3-6-3 with an .899 save percentage, 323 goals against, which still would have been tops on our team last season.
Yeah.
but he's no Dan Vladar. That's for damn
No, he is not. I wonder if that's going to be the Ersson start, because I would imagine Vladar gets the start against Pittsburgh, and they have Ersson starting
That's a
against
good point.
Buffalo. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Right. Well, then they get 3 days off. All these days off is kind of freaking me out.
Freaking me out,
'Cause
right?
We're getting a lot of them.
Yeah.
But they're going to need it because coming in on Sunday, December 7th, a day that will live in infamy, the Colorado Avalanche and their one regulation loss
Wow.
enter the XMA. And speaking of Montreal, they just smoked the Canadiens 7-2 in their last game. You want to be top 10 in goals for and goals against? Well, Colorado is first in both of them.
It's crazy.
All right.
103
Nathan
goals.
McKinnon.
Yeah. Go on.
Nathan McKinnon leads the league in goals with 20, with points in 44, and his plus minus is plus 30.
Might as well give him the heart right now, right?
Right?
I mean, and the Rocket Richard Trophy and everything else under the sun. My God. He's probably my favorite player outside of any Flyer, basically. Like, his skating ability, his shooting ability, the way he can look, pass, defend. He's one of the all around great players in the league. It's going to be a huge challenge.
Yes.
Huge challenge going up against this team.
Yes.
And I cannot believe they only have one regulation loss
That's
this
insane.
season.
Yeah.
They're 10-0-2 at home, 8-1-4 on the road. 9-0-1 in their last 10 as of the time of this recording, the 30th of November. So, yeah, it's insane. It's insane
And
with the Colorado.
it's not just McKinnon. Marty Natchez, their acquisition last year to replace Mikko Rantanen. He's got 13 goals, 33 points. And their goalies
quite the tandem,
have been pretty
right?
stellar too.
Yeah.
Which you would expect if you only have one regulation loss through 25 games.
Yeah.
Scott Wedgwood, 13-1-3. He's got the lone blemish. He's got a 920 save percentage and a 208 goals against. Mackenzie Blackwood of only 5-0-1 has 925 save percentage and a 198.
You know what it was though, Steve? I will say this: the one regulation loss is against the Devils, the team we beat up there in Prudential Center. So
something tells me though Jack Hughes played in that game.
yeah, before the Bishop
Just
injury,
saying.
right? Yeah, I mean we haven't even mentioned Cale Makar, best defenseman in the NHL. Yeah, this team's loaded, and it's going to be tough. This one is going to be a real tough game on Sunday. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so that's scheduled loss. San Jose,
right?
San Jose then comes in. That should be more on our level. They're 12-11-3 as of this recording. Macklin Celebrini,
very well,
having a damn good second year. 14 goals, 37 points, plus 3 on a team that's frankly the San Jose Sharks. I think are a little surprising.
Yeah.
I don't think they were supposed to be this good. And Celebrini has 2 hat tricks already.
You could see that coming, though. I think when we saw him as a rookie, you could definitely see that the talent was definitely there, and he's just exploded onto the scene up there in San Jose. And they are having a very good year in the midst of like a very competitive Pacific Division. Just looking at the standings down here, I mean they're tied with the Oilers, and they're only like a couple points out of a playoff spot. So it's not like they're. This isn't the San Jose Sharks of a couple years ago where they were god awful. This is a team that's really been building, and I mean the fact that you have the celebrated rookie here in Celebrini. I mean, you got to watch out. Got to be ready for this team. Coming off that the Colorado game, so it's huge.
We need some Michkov face punches.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a big part of this, by the way, goaltending. Yaroslav Askarov acquired last season from Nashville, 9-6-1, 908-296.
Bet you Nashville's regretting that trade.
Maybe.
Just saying.
All right. Well, apparently all the Western Conference teams are having their Eastern road trips at the moment because then we welcome in the Vegas Golden Cheaters.
They're having a down year there, bud. I think they've been kind of flirting with like third, sixth, and the next thing you know, they're up the second. They're kind of up and down a little bit. Yeah,
they're 14th in goals for and 15th in goals against, so they're middle of the pack on both of those. Which you acquire Mitch Marner, you would have thought maybe the offense would be higher.
Go a little bit north.
He has 25 points, although only 5 goals.
He was more of an assist guy anyway up in Toronto, if I remember right.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. Part of the problem may be their goaltending, Aiden Hill, is on injured reserve. So their starting netminder has been injured. That doesn't help. They had lost 4 straight before beating the aforementioned Sharks. But make no mistake, them coming in here, they will be a tough test for these Flyers.
Yeah. But I think we've also played the Golden Knights tough as well. I remember early on we did. Then obviously when they were making like Stanley Cup final runs and cheating all the time, then it was a little bit difficult. But yeah.
Oh, they're still cheating.
Oh yeah, 100% they are. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw Mark Stone come off IR. So,
I think it was this year that they put a stop to it. I think in the CBA that when they they re-signed the new one that they could not do what the Vegas Golden Knights were doing, which was cheating and all that kind of stuff, adding players in it. Oh wow, Mark Stone is miraculously healed. It's like an old wrestling trope. What the hell? It's like, what's going on there?
His arm grew back. He's back. It's amazing.
He doesn't have a detached groin. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that kind of a deal.
Wow, just in time for the playoffs.
Wow.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it?
Right?
That kind of a deal.
All right, well, it doesn't get any easier. The final game before our next episode, the Carolina Hurricanes come to town. They are second in the Metro, just behind the Devils. They just beat the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
No small feat. They've done that with Jacob Slavin, their top defenseman, on IR, impressively. And former Flyer Shane Gostisbehere is third on the team in scoring with 18 points and is, get this, Mr. Matt, plus 9.
Isn't that amazing? Wasn't amazing? Yeah. Somehow, some way, he just finds a way. And, I remember when they drafted him thinking like, oh, he's the defenseman in the future. And initially he was, but then all of a sudden just kind of right off a cliff a little bit there and needed, I think, a change of scenery. And
playing for Dave Haxtell might do that for you.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Amazing when you don't have a good coach, what happens. That was some lean years there, bud. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That was you and me up there being, who are the two guys from the Muppets?
Waldorf and Statler. Yeah.
Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah, we're just like kind of just in there. That kind of a deal. Yeah.
We were old men yelling at clouds.
Oh yeah.
The one thing that we might be able to get Carolina on is Freddie Anderson has not had a terrific season. He's only 5-6-2, 878 save percentage, and 307 goals against. So let's hope he's in net when we come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at the calendar here, bud, 10 out of 12 was a surprise to both of us because we each, I think, had like 7 and 8 or something like that. So Buffalo, San Jose, penciling him as obvious wins, right? I would think.
I wouldn't call them obvious, but I would say those are
winnable
more
games.
Likely than not to get you 2 points.
2 points. Okay.
And I think you could get 2 out of Pittsburgh.
Okay, so that's 6.
You're not getting anything out of Colorado. Just forget that right now.
If they somehow beat the Colorado Avalanche or get a point out of the Avalanche, I think that would be a miracle. Well, maybe not a miracle.
And I was thinking earlier today, I'm like, oh man, if they could just get it to a shootout, we'd have them. Right? Like,
yeah, but that's
our
asking
specialty now.
But that's asking, 3-on-3 of Nathan McKinnon. I don't like our chances there, bud.
Nathan McKinnon, Cale McCarr. And, I don't know, Marty Natchez. Them 3 out there.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be. Oh jeez.
No.
Yeah. No.
So you're getting 0 out of that.
Yeah. Vegas. Tough one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Because I think they are beatable, but it would depend on what their lineup is heading in. Honest to God, I think that's really it. I mean, Aiden Hill's a loss. That's a huge loss for them. Marner is kind of doing Mitch Marner things, which, we've been kind of used to that, when he played in Toronto. But they're also inconsistent. Losing their last 4 before finally beating the San Jose Sharks tells me they're not the Vegas Golden Knights that they once were.
Yeah.
So that, I think, it's an opportunity for at least a point if you get it to, like, overtime.
Well, if you remember when we played them, I think it was the home game last year, it really was Jack Eichel kind of took over that game. Was the reason we lost. So I think you're going to have to shut him down.
Yeah.
But I think, so I have Get 6 out of the Pittsburgh, San Jose, and Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Get me 2 somehow out of
The
between
remaining
Vegas
3?
and Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got overtime or shootout losses to Vegas and Carolina, or win one of those 2 games, I think, and get 8 out of 12.
I would agree. I think if you can get 8 out of 12 here, that means you got to win Pittsburgh. You got to win Buffalo.
Yeah.
Got to be ready for both those 2. And certainly, especially, I would think the effort's got to be really high against Colorado. It's that San Jose game that has me kind of a little worried, because if you
trap.
a little bit, especially if you don't contain Celebrini. I think the key is if you stop Celebrini from really going off, you got a chance to beat them pretty good, I would think. Vegas is the wild card in all of this. We just don't know how they're going to be. They could come in red hot, or they could come in real cold. And if you can get them real cold, I think there's a chance for 2 points there. Carolina is going to be a dogfight. Carolina, we played them tough down there. It's their first trip up here. So I think, if there's anything we could compete with teams that have a good forecheck, we're starting to see the Devils game in particular. We had a little bit of a good forecheck, and there were times where we were in their zone doing a little bit of Carolina. So
Yeah, but Carolina is forecheck heavy, and that's been a problem.
very
with this
much
team,
so, yeah. Very much so. The only thing I will say this as we close this out, we are playing very well against Metropolitan Division opponents this year. Very well. I don't think we have a single loss against anyone. We might have like an overtime loss here and there, but I think for what I know, I can't remember of the 7 losses that we have. I don't think any one of them is with anybody within the division.
Well, from my recollection, we've only beaten 1 Canadian team. Ironically enough, the Canadians. We're 0-for against all the rest of them.
Against all the rest, yeah.
But we don't have any Canadian teams in our division.
Devils we've beaten
And-
twice. Carolina we lost in overtime to. Washington we haven't played. Pittsburgh we won in a shootout. Islanders we've won twice in a shootout. Haven't played the Rangers and haven't played Columbus. So I mean we've played the division very, very well. So I would imagine those games, thinking about that, Pittsburgh and Carolina, okay, they're at the end. The beginning and the end of the season, or beginning and end of the 2 weeks there. But we got a chance. We got a chance to kind of get some points there, I think, within the division. And it's really the question, how do we come off that Colorado game? 3 days leading into it, I think, helps.
Yeah.
You got to be ready. This is going to be the
You can have
hardest
fresh legs,
challenge.
boys.
This is going to be the hardest challenge of the year.
I don't know what Colorado's schedule looks like before that. I'm hoping we're like the first game in a long road trip.
Can you
for them.
imagine if they were
They
like,
land Sunday morning at like 3 a.m.
yeah, or something like that, or they play the night before? That'd be interesting. I'll just see if I can pull that up here real quick as you close it out. But yeah, I mean, it's
Praying for help.
yeah, right. Okay, all right. Colorado is playing the Rangers Saturday the 6th.
Ooh.
So we do have them on a back-to-back.
Ooh.
Does that change things for you?
Probably not.
Now, they're playing the Rangers, and the Rangers have only won 2 games at MSG all year. So
It doesn't change. They have 1 regulation loss. That doesn't change.
yeah,
anything.
that's a thing.
It's 0. If we get anything out of that, I will be through the moon.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 100%.
I am totally expecting a 0. Nothing is going to change my mind.
Yeah,
Like the team bus has to fall off a cliff and you're playing the AHL roster has to fill in. Then I'll change my mind.
It is
But until then,
back-to-back. It is the second of a back-to-back for them. So we'll see.
I'm not.
I know we
you
are the same
confident
Flyers
man.
fan. Yeah, we're the same Flyers
Same
podcast. Yeah,
realistic Flyers fans on this
Yes,
podcast.
yeah.
Only, please.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that does it for us. Hopefully, we'll be looking at 8 out of 12, but we'll find out by the time we see you again.
Yeah.
But until then, enjoy and let's go Flyers.